Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It is the top of the morning, man. I hope everybody's having, well, and nobody's probably up right now, but I hope everybody's had a blessed day yesterday, man. We got some good news, some good encouraging updates, man. And listen, you guys see the title, man. USC offensive line is now getting praises from the national news. They're getting praises as being one of the best offensive lines up to this point. And there's a mid-season award that's awarded to these guys if they perform a certain way. I want you guys to take a look at it. But before that, let me give you guys just an update what Lincoln Riley said about Jordan Addison and about Eric Gentry. Both of those guys, as you guys know, they were hurt in the game on Saturday. And Lincoln Riley made a statement. Let's see where it's at here. He made a statement. Here it is right here. He just gave this small statement. You know Lincoln Riley don't like to give out a lot of information. That's the way he does, and that's the way he wants it. And listen, I'm not, I believe that Lincoln Riley is doing good enough a job right now to where we don't have to decide, if we need to have the information right now. So whatever he says, we're going to roll with, and that's the way we're going to do it. But his statements here, he says this. He says, neither talking about Eric Gentry and Jordan Addison, he says, neither sustained long-term injuries, Riley told reporters on Tuesday. He says they'll be day-to-day, said Riley. Don't think anything long-term from either one of them. So I think that's great news. Listen, the main thing I think is we want to have Gentry and Addison both back, especially for the UCLA game, especially if we're going to the Pac-12 championship, and especially if we're going maybe to some, a big-time bowl or the playoffs. We want those guys to let their body heal up. We want them to be healthy. And I think everything will be okay. I think we got 2 weeks. The bye week couldn't have came at a better time. The bye week came at an absolute great time. And so we got a bye week. So you essentially have 2 weeks, and then you couple that with maybe however long they need to heal. Maybe after Arizona, we'll see. So we'll just kind of keep that note, keep that mental thought. That's what Lincoln Riley says, and we'll see how these guys progress from day to day. Now, moving on to some other stuff with USC, I have a couple news and note items that I want to talk about USC's offensive line being recognized. And then Josh Plight. You guys know who Josh Plight is. Josh Plight is up for 24/7 Sports, and I kind of never really just all the way agreed with him on some things, man, because, I felt like he had a bias, I think he's out of Georgia, but he's with a major network, but he put his top 8 out, and I can respect him. He's a little different from the RJ guy. RJ, can't remember his name. The guy's a big Oklahoma fan. But Josh Plight, I think he recognized what happened on Saturday with the clock. He put out information. He said the referees, they did a lot of stuff in the game, and as a result, USC, basically him and Greg McElroy they both said some stuff. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you his top 20, and then I want to show you as well as the offensive line, the award that they're getting. So I want you guys to take a look at this. We'll look at the offensive line stuff first. Check this out.
This right here, Joe Moore, about the Joe Moore Award, and it lets you know exactly right here. It's the best offensive line being recognized through the mid-season, and they kind of narrowed them down throughout the season, and I guess they'll name one at the end of the season. The Foundation of Teamwork presents the Joe Moore Award, recognizing the most outstanding offensive line unit in college football. The award is named after Joe Moore, widely regarded as the best offensive line coach in college football history. He is the only major college football award to honor a unit. The Joe Moore Award annually recognizes the nation's most outstanding offensive line unit, the best displays toughness, efforts, teamwork, consistency, technique, and finishing. The voting committee is comprised of college football experts, especially people who play or coach the offensive line position, including all of the current offensive line coaches at the Division I FBS level, as well as former players, coaches, colleagues of Coach Moore, and select media. So that is what the Joe Moore Award is about. and that's how it got established. And you'll see exactly our offensive line where they're ranking at as it relates to this. They're moving in one of the best offensive lines, and we've seen it. We've seen it through rushing. We've seen it even through passing. And as you see here, through the midseason, Joe Moore Award announces 2022 midseason honor roll. 22 of the O-line's units gain attention for voting committee. You see here, you got Air Force, Georgia, Ole Miss, South Alabama, UAB, UCLA, USC, Notre Dame, Illinois, Alabama, Appalachian State, Kansas State, Ohio State, Syracuse, Tennessee, Oregon, Michigan, Arkansas, Coastal Carolina, Minnesota, Penn State, and then TCU. So, you know, I mean, we're in good company. We already know that we have one of the best offensive lines in the country. We said it before, once we came into the season, PFF, and listening to the offensive line, I think it was Jonah Monheim. He went on Trojan Live last night and had a good conversation, and he's basically letting everybody know that the offensive line is hungry. Everybody's getting ready to come back, replenish, refocus, renewed, and I think they're about to make a big time run. So this is the midseason award. USC is in good company right here with one of the best offensive lines in the country. Some other news and notes. Josh Plight, you guys know him for 24/7 Sports. He's a guy that I haven't always agreed with. But one thing I can say is listening to some of his comments, he made some comments after the USC game. And Greg McElroy that played at Alabama, he made some comments as well. Him and Josh Plight both made comments as to how bad the refs were, and USC needs to they need to basically look into that with the Pac-12. And then but Josh Plight himself, he basically said, made reference to it. He didn't go as far as detailed as Greg McElroy, but he did go and mention it. But however, Josh Plight now recognizes who USC is going to Utah. If there's ever saying that there's a bad win, a good win, that win at USC, that win at Utah was actually probably the best win that you could possibly have. There's no such thing as no moral victories. But at the same time, people, given the fact that what happened, people now recognize, and they're starting to speak against it, about it in the media. And you see here, Josh Plight now has his top 20 teams here. And you see he got Ohio State 1, Georgia 2, Alabama 3, Michigan 4, Tennessee 5, Clemson 6, Texas 7. I don't agree with that one. They barely won against, I think it was Iowa State, but I give them a pass on that. And they got number 8 is going to be USC. Number 9, Utah. Number 10, TCU. Oklahoma State 11. Number 12, Ole Miss. 13, Oregon. 14, Kansas State. 15, UCLA. I don't necessarily agree with that, but we'll give them a pass on that. 16, Penn State. 17, Kentucky, 18, Mississippi State, 19, Arkansas, and 20, LSU. So this guy gets it. He recognizes, just like Greg McElroy, both of them get that USC was absolutely robbed. So he only, and this is what they should have did. And the committee, the AP poll, they should have did the same thing. They should have just moved us down one spot, and we would have been good. But they wanted to try to bump us all the way down to 12. So you see here, we're good to go. Josh Plight, he's recognizing it. And I'm sure once the actual CFP rankings, I believe that they're going to recognize it as well. We just got to take care of business. So this is Josh Plight here. You guys tell me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think about this.
So what you guys think about that, man? Our offensive line is in the mix, and we already knew that they were going to be good coming in the season. We know that what PFF said. they had them ranked as a top 5 offensive line. And so we already knew that they were in the mix, man. So listen, you guys hit me in the comment section. I want to know what you guys think about that, man. And what do you guys think about Josh Plight moving us just down one spot, man? That's a beautiful thing, man. Listen, we got some haters around, but people are starting to recognize that USC is serious business. When they see them put that offense on the field and was scoring at will, and the defense actually came out and really stopped them, they seen that USC is about serious business, and I think people are recognizing that. So you guys hit me in the comment section. You guys tell me what you think. Listen, until then, I need everybody to fight on, fight on, fight on.